I've never actually been down here before. This is the parking garage underneath Young Dundas Square. And hey there, it is Tuesday, October 28th. It is 5:40 p.m. And again, I just said where I am. It was a very long night last night. The Blue Jays went 18 innings with the Dodgers. I ended up going to sleep around 3 a.m. or so. I had plans on live streaming today, but decided against it. I was a little on the tired side. And there is a game coming up at 8 p.m. tonight. This is Dundas Station, which will quite ridiculously be renamed at some point next year. The city's got to do its virtue signaling, I guess. And this is Dundas Square. Ignore the very temporary looking signage that says something else on it. But for this one, given that we're just a few days before Halloween, I thought I'd take a little walk along Elm Street, conjuring up images of the A Nightmare on Elm Street movie series. And I'll be going past my favorite restaurant in the city, one that is also that of Jose Bautista, the Blue Jay legend, who had the best years of his career in this city. This walk will also take me past one of the ugliest structures in the downtown core. That's the Eaton Center across the street. There's a motorbike cop. So this is north up Young Street. Elm Street is just a few blocks to the north on the other side. I'll see if I can find a place to cross rather than cross there. Yeah, I went to bed after 3 a.m.
He does the exact same.
And woke up around 9. It's one of those days where I never really woke up. So I decided against live streaming, but I wanted to get something in. I'm going to try to live stream tomorrow. I'll also try to get something a little more Halloween themed than this. At some point before the 31st. Although if the Blue Jays Dodgers series goes 6 games, Game 6 will be taking place on Halloween. There's the TNU Student Learning Center. All across here. a 69-story tower going up. It's right there on the southwest corner, or southeast corner of Yonge and Gerrard.
So like this whole thing is
I'm guessing that's an Uber Eats driver. Through their four-ways on, getting busted by parking enforcement.
But there was like two people that did like low-key did not know what that was.
There's the classic Zanzibar facade.
One person knew how to thing because she had a rope that was way out of the
Here is Elm Street. And Elm Street itself is a little over a kilometer in length. Or might actually be a little bit under a kilometer. So this might be a somewhat short video. Cafe has quite the lineup. But since 1959, this very old school steakhouse has been serving up excellent meals. And again, it's Jose Bautista's favorite restaurant. I often go here on my birthday. My birthday is in just over a week from now. There's some classic old buildings across the street. There's a lot of great steakhouses here, but not quite like the old school vibes at Barbarians. This here is at St. George's Hall, the Arts and Letters Club. Since 1920, this place housed the renowned Arts and Letters Club. Certainly a beautiful building. There's the Elmwood Spa. Set in a historic mansion. I just want to see the menu at the Bangkok Garden. I've never been to this place, but I've walked by it many times. Pad Thai with chicken or pork, $22.50. Oh, they have Pad Grapao. And that building there, 15 Elm Street, it's one of the oldest homes in the area. That's a Confederation era home. That dates back to 1867, and right next to it is Harry Barbarian Lane, named after the guy who founded that steak restaurant. I went to one in Manhattan called Gallagher's. It had kind of a similar vibe to it. It was also quite renowned, but my vote goes to Barbarians. We've got the Chelsea Hotel just over there. It's interesting, you can access that hotel from the north, east, south, or west side of the property. It's an absolutely huge property. There's the Queen Anne Beaver Pub coming up on the left. It's a very upscale British style pub. I went there over the summer. It was a little too pricey for my books, but the food was excellent.
I went like last night.
I also went to this ramen restaurant. that's probably it for thinking of Elm Street. In terms of being a nice little stroll in the city, the rest of it leaves a little bit to be desired, as you're about to see. This is Bay Street coming up. There's Sick Kids Hospital. Guess we'll have to wait for the next light cycle. Nathan Phillips Square in City Hall is just to the south of here, and this will also lead you through the heart of the financial district. There's a view of the tip of the CN Tower while we wait. There's a beautiful old building that used to be, I think, the B650 Hotel. The old building was shuttered and boarded up. I think it was to be incorporated into a new development that hasn't yet happened. It's been that way for about 8 years or so. There's a plaque here, Dr. John G.C. Adams, registered as the father of public health dentistry in Canada. Here you can see the character of the street changes quite a bit. While this new wing of Sick Kids Hospital looks pretty slick, zero thought was given into its appearance on Elm Street. It's just an ugly gray blank canvas. I remember when that place was open, Toronto's Love Psychic. There's a lot of potential in these properties. Again, I think they're all part of a failed redevelopment. Sad to lose these businesses and homes. There's an Indian and Thai cuisine restaurant. And this here is one of the ugliest dang buildings you will ever see. It's just a big, ugly concrete parking garage attached to an apartment building. I think it's just a matter of time before this parking lot gets developed. There's the old Toronto coach terminal across the street. And a half moon visible. But look at that. It does not get any more hideous than that right there. I guess if something gets built here, that ugly gray slab of concrete will be covered up. There's work going in on the old terminal, which was quite derelict on both sides of the street. This is an Elm Street walk. I better get my ass back up to Elm Street. And while I think brutalism has its charms, I don't think there's much to be found in that structure. It's about as cold and uninviting as it gets. A lot of coach buses snaking through this area. My camera's acting up. There we go. There's 87 Elm Street. This is a classic building dating back to the 1890s. I think you would call that the Richardson Romanesque style. That provides affordable housing for women and their dependents, fostering a supportive community. They also work with a lot of refugees in the city. And I'm basically in the hospital district. Elm Street went from a very pleasant street over by Yonge, a very utilitarian, kind of cold, sterile feeling place. It's a medical clinic on the left. The University of Toronto's Faculty of Dentistry is there. Coming up is University Avenue. And on this side of University, which is the east side, you have Sick Kids Hospital and Toronto General, two world-renowned hospitals. And on the other side, you have Mount Sinai and Princess Margaret. You've got four of the most well-known hospitals in the entire country. All on one stretch. I lost my aunt to cancer not too long ago, and she was coming in to Princess Margaret over there for treatment. It looks like I'm not going to make the light. There's look Southdown University. So Elm Street continues for a few blocks on the other side. It's part of Sick Kids there. That is Mount Sinai Hospital in the center of the shot. And to the north is the Queen's Park Legislative Assembly building. And this is part of the Toronto Rehab University Center on the right. Not sure if this is actually a part of Princess Margaret or Mount Sinai. But this will lead us into Baldwin Village, at which point I'll turn south down McCall Street to Dundas.
And you can utilize.
Combo sandwich with salad or soup, $16.99. There's another UHN building. Advanced Surgical Education and Simulation Center. So historically, Baldwin Village has been a bit of an artist corridor. It's also home to Vietnam draft dodgers from the States. And its main stretch is along Baldwin, which is just north of here. But I'm going to head south down to Dundas. Cop popping into Krispy Kreme.
Like, you're kind of twice. You got to do it both.
There's an interesting mix of heritage homes and institutional buildings here. There's a gymnasium in there. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but there's a game of volleyball taking place. It's a really pleasant time to be out taking a walk. I think sunset is around 6:15. It is 6:05. That's OCAD University looming over McCall just to the south. Sin and Redemption. St. Patrick's Church, which has this condo being incorporated into its lot. I don't think I'm supposed to be here, but I saw some other people walking around here. There's the Village Idiot. It was originally the Village Idiot, renamed the Village Genius, and named back to the Village Idiot recently. Sexy car, and she signaled her lane change. Well done. And this place is Matcha Cafe. It's been very busy since it opened. I walked by here a week ago and there's a long lineup in front of it. I'm gonna pop into St. Patrick's Station and head up on line 1 up to St. George. That was a different bike cop. That guy had his body camera attached. The other one didn't. So this is east along the north side of Dundas Street West. Back to University and into St. Patrick's Station I will go, which you can enter from all 4 corners of this intersection. Oops. Rather than the Amex, I just tried to scan in with my Aeroplan card. Sounds like a train is rolling in. Is it mine? Yes, well, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.
Next station is Queen's Park. Queen's Park Station.